This man was savoring a T-Rex steak when a chilling wave of bloodlust suddenly radiated from behind him. As he turned around, he saw a nude, muscular man staring at him with predatory eyes. The man broke into a cold sweat, paralyzed by fear, for the figure before him was a primitive man who had slept for 250 million years. It all began moments ago, when a construction crew discovered a perfectly preserved T-Rex in a salt rock layer 701 meters underground. However, what was even more incredible was a human sealed inside, with a ferocious and terrifying expression. Frozen in the very act of hunting the tyrannosaur, realizing the gravity of the find, the workers took no chances and immediately rushed the discovery to the research institute. The lead doctor was absolutely stunned. He never expected this primitive man to actually hail from the Jurassic era. This discovery completely shatters all modern evolutionary theories. To ensure the secret didn't leak, the doctor swore everyone to absolute secrecy. At that moment, Alan suggested resurrecting him, an arrogant proposal that earned him an immediate reprimand from the doctor. The doctor recalled a professor who once found a salt rock containing ancient microscopic droplets of water. He spent a vast amount of time extracting them, only to discover they were seawater from 250 million years ago, with the microorganisms inside perfectly preserved. Then he conducted a daring experiment. By placing the microbes in an ideal environment, after 250 days of cultivation, the ancient microbes miraculously came back to life. But their situation was different from this primitive man. They were encased in a kilometer-thick salt rock formation, which allowed them to withstand the massive time dividend of the ages. Hearing this, Alan became even more convinced that Pickle could truly be resurrected. After all, microorganisms and humans are entirely different matters. Thus, he submerged Pickle in a specialized solution while adjusting the ambient temperature to match the Jurassic period. 91 days passed, yet Pickle showed no signs of regaining consciousness, causing Alan to lose his enthusiasm for the experiment. While back in his office, snacking on chocolate, a fascinating idea suddenly flashed through his mind, then rushed back and opened the laboratory's cryogenic chamber. Meanwhile, the doctor was analyzing the T-Rex's muscle tissue, only to discover it perfectly matched the food in Pickle's stomach. This confirmed that Pickle truly was a hunter of tyrannosaurs. At that moment, Alan had already begun cooking the T-Rex meat. A rich, savory aroma wafted through the entire laboratory, awakening the long-slumbering Pickle. And so the primitive man sealed away for hundreds of millions of years, brought to life by a piece of T-Rex meat. Guided by the aroma, he followed the trail all the way to Alan's office. It was then that Alan sensed something was wrong. In an instant, a wave of primal fear surged through his heart. Fortunately, Pickle didn't attack. Instead, he grabbed the T-Rex meat, devoured it in one go, and then sniffed Alan's scent. Realizing he wasn't food, Pickle turned to leave, feeling insulted. Alan, in a desperate attempt to catch him, immediately snatched a pistol from his drawer. This move was instantly detected by Pickle. Provoked and angry, the primitive man slowly closed in on Alan. The overwhelming killing intent left Alan paralyzed with fear. Acting on pure instinct, he decisively fired 3 shots. While they caused minor surface wounds to Pickle, the bullets simply couldn't penetrate his iron-like muscle defense.
And in the end, it was all in vain. Nina.
Surprisingly, Pickle did not harm Alan. Instead, he was demanding something from him. Just as Alan rejoiced at his narrow escape, a claw strike shattered his illusions completely. Only then did the realization hit him. He was dealing with a savage beast. The reason he hadn't been killed instantly was merely to prolong the thrill of the hunt. Desperate to evade Pickle's pursuit, Alan tried to flee into the cryogenic chamber.